Okay, I got it. You don't quit until you fail. That was way harder to think of a video for some reason. You don't quit until you fail. I said that backwards. I'm not double taking. You don't fail until you quit. There we go. You don't fail until you quit. What do I mean by that? You can fail 100 times over repeatedly at something you're trying. Let's say you're a little kid, you're learning how to ride a bike. You're going to fall over. You're going to fall over again. You're going to fall over again. You're going to fall over again. You might scrape your knee, you might scrape your elbow. You know, it'll suck for a little bit, right? You'll fail time and time and time again, but eventually you're going to get it. Then what? You succeeded. You're not failing anymore, you're succeeding. Because you didn't quit. It's near impossible for you to fail if you just don't quit and you just keep relentlessly trying. There's something I watched a video on, and it's about like the psychology of the human mind, and it was talking about how you could build much better discipline by keeping your own word to yourself. Like, if you say, alright, I'm going to get my homework done today, then you don't get it done, that convinces your brain that your word doesn't really matter. Like, if I was like, I don't know, I'm going to work on my website today, and then my friend called, he was like, hey man, wanna hang out? And instead of saying, sorry, I got stuff to do, I was like, oh, of course, bro, and I just, like, left the website, I'd be lying to myself. That convinces your brain that your word doesn't matter. It convinces your brain, okay, it's okay to lie to myself. It's okay to tell myself I'm going to do something when I'm not going to. You're training your brain in the wrong direction every time you do that. So how do you fix it? You keep your word. A really good trick you could do is give yourself a really small, like, laughably easy task every day. Tell yourself you're going to do it, and do it. Like, it could literally be, let's say you go to the gym and you work out, whatever. It could be, I'm going to do 1 push-up today. And you do that every day. It could be, I'm going to drink a glass of water today. And you do that every day. Like, something very easy to do. And to stick to. If you just start compounding that and doing that over time, your brain, it'll start fixing that and being like, okay, you know, our word matters. You know, the promises we make to ourselves, they matter, and we follow through with it. It's, you know, I'm always fascinated by how it's our brains thinking of these thoughts that we're having, and yet it's also our brains allowing us to rewire them. I've always been fascinated by that. Like how we treat our brain like it's something odd. Like, does that make sense? We are our brains. Our consciousness, everything is our brain. And yet we talk about our brain like it's like we're able to hack it or something. It's so weird. This isn't a fucking, this isn't a philosophy video. Ooh, maybe that'd be a good YouTube channel. But this ain't a philosophy video, so I'm not going to get into that. But you only fail once you quit. Truly. I've been fucking kicked in the dirt a million times. Mostly on my journey with entrepreneurship. It's been quite up and down, quite a bumpy ride. I haven't quit yet. And so therefore I haven't failed. For example, very recently, I was going through some mental health stuff, and I've been bulking, right? Started in about December, November, I weighed 141 pounds. Now I weigh, my up-to-date weight, I actually don't know what it is soaking wet, funny enough, because I weighed myself with clothes on this morning and yesterday. We'll say it's about 155 to 158. So I'm up around 15 to 20-ish pounds. Since then, and back in the end of January, beginning of February, I had some mental health stuff, personal stuff. I was going through quite a bit, and I lost my appetite completely. I was eating like 2,900 calories a day before this, and I lost my appetite completely. Like, I mean, I would take 2 bites out of a normal-sized meal and almost vomit. Like, I couldn't eat. No matter how hard I tried, no matter what tricks I tried. I mean, I was able to trick my brain in some ways, sometimes, but, like, it was still miserable. And there was points where I was barely eating. Like, I would eat, like, 1,000 calories a day. There were some days where I probably ate less than that. Excuse me. It was bad. And, but what did I do? I didn't quit. Now look at me. Well, I say that like I'm some big successful guy, but I'm back where I was. I'm actually eating more now than before, because I up my calories, because, you know, my weight is starting to plateau a little bit, so I up my calories. Now I'm eating 3,100. Actually, the past, like, 3 days, I've eaten, like, 3,300. You will get back on your feet. You just can't give up. It doesn't matter how shit your situation feels, and it doesn't matter how much you truly believe you won't get up. There's your problem. You need to believe you will get up, first of all. Second of all, you will get up. You will get out of whatever you're going through. I'm not just saying that to be motivational, I'm saying that realistically. The chances of you not getting out of whatever you're going through are so much lower than you actually getting out of it. That's why you don't fail until you give up. Because, I mean, you have time, you know. Don't sit there and waste time because of that. Don't be a couch potato, but, you know, human lifespan ain't that damn short. Assuming you're going through these problems when you're, like, in your teens, 20s, whatever. Even if you're in your 30s and 40s, man, you're only, like, around halfway through life. But I hope people don't, like, get a misconception when I say things like that. That doesn't mean lollygag, right, and waste your time. Time is the most valuable asset there is. It's the only one that can't be replaced. There are ways you can kind of secondarily, is that a word? I don't know. There are ways you can kind of buy time once you get rich enough, like private jets and a bunch of, like, automating parts of your business, things like that, but at the end of the day, time keeps moving. Can't stop that. But sorry, I'm rambling off topic a bit here. You just can't quit. You really, all it's about is being able to show up. Doesn't matter if you're perfect. Literally, you could have, for example, with me, this isn't exactly accurate. I don't think my website is shit, right? But I'm going to use that as an example. My website right now is not great, right? I am not a fan of my current website. It's got the wrong products, got wrong pictures on there, right? And for a good little bit, like maybe around a week or so, I haven't even touched it. I can admit that. I said I'd be transparent. That's supposed to be one of my biggest things I've been working on. I haven't even touched that in like a week. Because I've been a perfectionist. I go on there, I go try to edit the website and, like, change it up. And for that reason, I'm not making ads, which means I'm not going to get any sales. Now, I do intend on working on my website for a few hours tomorrow, so let's go me. Little round of applause. Getting back into the groove of things, you know. Baby steps, one step at a time. Got my calories back in check, so now I'm getting this back in check. Whew. But I've wasted like a week that I could be posting ads and getting sales because I don't think it's ready yet. And it's the same thing with life. I should have been posting ads no matter how shitty I thought the website was. It's the same thing with your life. Like, it's the people who can show up in the middle of the mess that win. Not when everything is perfect. Not when everything is, they're looking great. It's people that can show up in the middle of the shit and get something done. They don't care about getting everything perfect. They care about getting something done. And those are the people that win, because that builds consistency. Once you can, I don't know, swallow your pride, swallow your ego. I don't know if perfectionism really ties in with that, but you know what I mean? Once you can kind of take it on the chin, the fact that you're not perfect and things you do aren't going to be perfect, and you come to accept that, you will build impenetrable consistency. I mean, it's just so... It's such a good skill to have. And that's literally what's taken me so far out of my mental health and rut problems recently, is that. Getting something done. Not aiming to be perfect every day. Not aiming to just jump straight into anything. Just showing up. Getting something done. Like, if I didn't do my skincare routine, this is an example. Let's say 2 days ago I didn't get my skincare routine done, right? Yesterday I would have tried to just do it one time. One time during the day, if I usually do it twice. Then today I would have tried to do it twice. Maybe one time. If I didn't feel ready to do it twice, I would do it one time. Actually, that's counterintuitive to what I'm saying. I apologize. I actually just contradicted myself, because I said if I wasn't ready. So, take with that what you will. I contradicted myself. I'm willing to call myself out on that. But I hope my point still got across. That was a very inconvenient example and very inconvenient wording by me. All of my points still stand, but I know with my wording I just used, someone's going to call me out on that. That's not how I meant it. However you're calling me out on it, that's not how I meant it. I want to make that clear, so no one tries to, leave hate comments. But, yeah, I'm at about 12 minutes here. I gotta get to sleep. I'm supposed to be going to bed by, 2 a.m. every night. And then work my way back, towards a more reasonable bedtime. Now I'm not doing great on that right now, because it's almost 3 a.m. probably. But I told myself I'd post every day. I told you guys I'd post every day. It's the very least I could do. You guys got me to 40 subscribers and over 10,000, probably maybe over 11,000 views now in a week. I'll fucking give yourselves a pat on the back for that. Jeez, that's insane. 40 subs in a week? From these videos? I hope you guys know, I know these videos are boring. I make them like that so people that, I think if you're able to sit through an unedited, uncut video like this of someone talking in a monotone, slow voice, honestly, recently I've kind of, sped up my speaking a little bit. I'll get into that in a second. But if you're able to sit through a video like this completely, you have enough discipline and attention span or whatever to take what I'm saying and actually apply it. You know what I mean? But my thought process behind that is, if I want to help as many people as possible, I can't disinclude a group of people who do have low attention spans, because they're also helpable, So I think sooner or later I am going to start editing my videos. I'm going to start putting sound behind my videos, maybe even visuals. Maybe I'll make I might write that down. That'd be a good different account. That'd be a good idea for a different account. Do a visuals account, an animated account, while keeping this account. I just can't bite off more than I can chew, man. I have a tendency to do that, so I'll be careful with that. But, yeah, you don't fail until you quit. Sorry, I know I've rambled a little bit in this video. I'm really trying to get better on that. I notice in all my videos I do that. I have ADHD, and when a thought hits my mind, it's like, oh, I want to say that before I forget that, and the next thought comes. But I am trying to get really much better at staying on topic. I'll probably start writing scripts or something. A lot of these videos I first take and wing. Literally every single video I think I have, or for the most part. So, yeah, that's going to be all for today. 15-minute video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, 40 subscribers and 11K views in a week. That's just mind-boggling. I don't care if some people might, like, laugh at that or whatever and be like, dude, like, that's easy, or I don't know. People will hate on anything. I could care less. Hey, that'd be a good video, The Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Now, that would literally be stealing that topic, that title from a book. But something like that. But yeah, man, 40 subscribers, over 11K views for the week. Y'all are nuts, man. And I have, like, actual recurring viewers who keep coming back to my videos. That means a lot to me, because that makes me feel like I'm actually giving people value to the point where they want to come back, and they like me enough to come back. That means a lot to me, seriously. But yeah, I'm not going to drive this video out anymore. I am having fun recording it, but my stomach's killing me. I gotta get to bed. So, good night, you guys. Well, most of you are probably already asleep. I hope so. That's gonna be all. So, goodbye, you guys. Have a good one.